Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Trish Varner. I have a PhD in general psychology and an interest in ancestry and DNA. This channel focuses on family trees, life stories, and conversations about so much more. In today's video, we will be discussing Elon Musk's ancestry and family tree. Don't forget to like and share the video if you find it interesting, as it helps to get the video into the YouTube algorithm. Also, I would love to hear from you in the comments if you would like to engage. Elon Musk has an interesting family background across 3 continents. Musk was born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. His earliest known paternal ancestor starts with Samuel Musk, who lived in Suffolk, England from 1733 through 1810. However, Elon did not inherit the surname Musk from his direct paternal line. Eliza Musk, Elon's great-great-grandmother, lived from 1844 through 1913 in Suffolk, England. She worked as a servant for a rich family. She was presumably a single mom of a child named Harry Musk. Eliza also had twin boys born in 1870. Eliza and her children lived with Eliza's parents, Henry Musk and Charlotte Lane. Baby Harry took on his mother's last name, and there was no father listed on his baptismal record. Harry's death record also listed his father as unknown. There is no way for sure to know what surname the Musk family would have had if Harry would have taken his father's last name instead of his mother's. However, some people say Harry Musk's father was William Exning Bridgman, who lived from 1828 through 1914 and was born in Burwell, Cambridgeshire, England. There was no record to confirm William Bridgman was Harry Musk's father. Some sites state Eliza married William in 1884. Well, that would mean Eliza was 40 at the time, and her son Harry would have been 16. Eliza could have very well married William years after having her children with another man. Anyway, Harry Musk lived from 1863 through 1917 and worked as a bricklayer. He eventually moved to South Africa and married a woman named Lucy Champion, who lived from 1880 through 1945. They went on to have Walter Musk, who was born in 1917, the same year his biological father died. Walter's mother, Lucy, remarried, and Walter was raised by his stepfather, Walter Harry Evans. Walter Musk married Cora Robinson, who was born in Liverpool, England, but moved to South Africa when she got married. Walter was a South African army agent. They had Earl Musk, who is the father of Elon Musk. Elon's mother's side, the Haldimans, has roots in the United States starting from the 1700s. Elon was named after John Elon Haldeman, who lived from 1871 through 1909. John Elon also had a grandfather named Elon Powers, who lived from 1803 through 1876. John Elon Haldeman married Almeda Norman, who then had Joshua Haldeman. The family at this point had relocated from the U.S. to Canada. Joshua Haldeman married Winifred Fletcher, and they decided to start traveling with their 5 children. One of the places they traveled to was South Africa. This is how Elon's parents met. Elon's parents, May Haldeman and Errol Musk, met as children in South Africa. His mother was a well-known model. She also at one time worked as a teacher, researcher, and dietitian. His father, Errol, worked as an engineer and property developer. Elon's parents divorced when he was 9, and he was then mostly raised by his father. However, he did attend college in Canada, where his mother was from. Elon's father, Errol, had 2 kids with his stepdaughter, Jana, whom he helped to raise. Errol was 71 at the time, and Jana was 29. Errol claims he didn't start a relationship with his stepdaughter until she was an adult. He also said the relationship started while he was helping his stepdaughter overcome a breakup. Elon at one point called his father a terrible human being and said his father has done every evil thing you can possibly think of. Elon and his father had a fallout and stopped speaking for several years, but reconciled in 2023. Errol has recently come out in support of Elon to defend Elon's recent actions. Elon's mother, May, did not speak to her ex-husband, Errol, for decades. According to Errol, she didn't even speak to him when they were in the same room. May said Errol was emotionally and physically abusive during their relationship, even in front of their children. Errol admitted he was not a good husband. Elon has been married 2 times, but he's had a total of 12 children with 3 different women. He has 6 children with his first wife, Justine Wilson. He didn't have any children with his second wife, Tallulah Riley. He then had 3 children with Canadian singer Grimes. Then, close to the same time, he had 3 more kids with Siobhan Zillis. One of Elon's children from his first marriage is a trans woman. Vivian Jenna Wilson changed her gender from male to female when she turned 18 and also dropped the Musk last name and took on the last name Wilson, her mother's maiden name. She said her father was an absent father, and when he was around, he was cruel. She described him as cold, uncaring, and narcissistic. In court, Vivian stated, "I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father in any way, shape, or form." When asked about his trans daughter, Elon said she was, quote, dead, killed by the woke mind virus. Musk has stated that his trans daughter's transition has been his motivation for his push into conservative politics. Despite his family's praise of what they consider their superior intelligence, they have had trouble portraying the conservative nuclear family that they seem to advocate for, considering their multiple marriages, divorces, and broken families. Elon has fathered 12 children. 1 died from SIDS as a baby. His surviving 11 children are by 3 different women, and Elon is not currently with any of them. Most of his children were born via IVF. There have been rumors that Elon believes in eugenics. It is the study of how to arrange reproduction within a human population to increase the occurrence of heritable characteristics regarded as desirable. Developed largely by Sir Francis Galton as a method of improving the human race, eugenics was increasingly discredited as unscientific and racially biased during the 20th century, especially after the adoption of its doctrines by the Nazis in order to justify the treatment of Jews, disabled people, and other minority groups. Elon considers himself a pro-natalist. Pronatalism is the policy or practice of encouraging the bearing of children, especially government support of a higher birth rate. Pronatalists fear population declines. They fear the falling birth rates will lead to the extinction of cultures, economic collapse, and the breakdown of civilization. Elon posts regularly on X about his concerns of a declining population. However, some believe he seems to promote the idea of using IVF in an attempt to create highly intelligent children, which seems to follow the belief of eugenics. Historically, eugenics has been used to promote the idea that the white race is superior to all other races on Earth, an idea that has been debunked by scientists for many years. The implementation of eugenics practices has caused particular harm to marginalized communities. Eugenics disproportionately targeted Latinos, Native Americans, African Americans, poor whites, and people with disabilities during the entirety of the 20th century. Elon Musk was allegedly quoted as saying, "If each successive generation of smart people has fewer kids, then that's probably bad. His father Earl was asked about Elon's comment. Earl responded, "I wouldn't call it eugenics as such, but every nation has practiced a certain form of survival of the fittest." Earl then went on to compare Elon's views to horse breeding, stating, "One need only go to England and go to the horse breeding area and say, look, we're not going to breed the horses anymore by any form of standard. I've got a few horses I found in Nigeria, and we're going to just mix with your race horses." They'll say, "No, no, no, no," he added. We know that Elon grew up in South Africa during Apartheid, a system of racial segregation that lasted from 1948 through 1994. During Apartheid, millions of Black South Africans were forcibly removed from their homes and relocated to designated group areas. Black South Africans were discriminated against in almost every area of their lives, as the white South Africans in power promoted the idea that they were superior to the Black South Africans. Although Elon's family benefited from the system of apartheid, he has allegedly accused the South African government of white genocide and discrimination, even though about 64% of Black South Africans still live in poverty compared to 1% of white South Africans. Also, although white South Africans only make up about 7% of the population, they own approximately 72% of the land. In addition, the typical Black South African household owns only 5% of the wealth held by the typical white household. Elon's maternal grandparents, who lived in Canada, allegedly openly supported Nazi politics in Germany. In fact, Elon's maternal grandfather, Joshua Haldeman, moved his career and family to apartheid South Africa, allegedly because the way of life in South Africa at the time matched his political ideology. Haldeman gave a speech in the 1950s where he asserted that apartheid South Africa was leading white Christian civilization against the international conspiracy of Jewish bankers and the hordes of colored people he claimed the Jewish bankers controlled. Do you think Elon's upbringing and family history helped to shape his thoughts and ideas today? Let's discuss in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video if you found it interesting. Consider also subscribing if you would like to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.